Oh no. Oh no. Essendon are in a shambles. No chance for them in this game. Port will dominate and win by 40 points. I've almost run out of line again. Carlton are just pathetic. They'll get beat by the Dogs who are unlucky. Who were unlucky. 5 times just for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 55 times. 55 times. A new line for you. A new line. I'm just going to put DYN now for the third line. How have I managed... Oh, because I times it by 2. That's why. Like, I was wondering how I fit 80 on the first line. Lucky not to beat the Magpies. Dogged by 25 points. Melbourne got smashed to pieces against North Melbourne. Melbourne is in for a difficult season. Goodwin is getting sacked very soon. Time is ticking. Gold Coast win by 20 points. Well, it wasn't 20, but we'll give it to you. St Kilda beat Geelong once again. And they've got Richmond, who got a reality check against Port Adelaide last week. St Kilda win this game by 30 points. Bit more than 30, but good. Hawthorn is the best team in the comp right now, and they'll keep that name for this week against GWS, who struggled against Melbourne 2 weeks ago, as GWS had a bye. Hawthorn will win this match by 21 points. Not too bad at all. Geelong, after losing to St Kilda last week, will give it to the Lions, who played poorly against West Coast last week, and where unlucky to win against them. I see it's being a tight game, but Geelong will be too strong. Every grammar error is getting 5 now. I don't make the rules. And hold on for 11-point fill at the Gabba, which is getting knocked down in a few years. Adelaide, the team who smashed St Kilda and Essendon. Wait, hang on. I completely forgot. Geelong will be too strong, he said. I completely forgot about that part. I've been too distracted by the spelling errors and grammar errors that I forgot about the predictions. Adelaide, the team who smashed St Kilda and Essendon, come into this game against North, my team who belted Melbourne last week, but I don't see us winning at a ground where we've never won at being... see us winning at... See, I can't even read properly because it is your fault. But I don't see us winning at a ground we've never won at, being at the Adelaide Oval. Adelaide will beat North Melbourne by 32 points. Not too bad at all. West Coast was leading the reigning premiers in the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba last week for 3 quarters, but struggled in the final quarter, went down. Fremantle, like West Coast, was leading for 3 quarters last week and went down to last year's finalists, the Swans. I can see this being a very exciting, entertaining and spectacular Western Derby. The Eagles will just edge the Dockers, winning this match by 8 points. That was a good prediction until the end. good description up to the prediction, I should say. Yeah, we'll leave it at just 2 more. So 80 plus 55 plus 12. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. This is obviously in after 2 rounds, I believe. Yes, I did indeed check that out. The lower Carlton is the better. I agree. Early round 2. Well done, mates. It's early round 2. Well done. Cheers, Carlo. Thanks for that. Captain Obvious over here. Speaking of Carlo. Nice. I'll let you off. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Nice. Very nice. Nice. 1 wrong and it wasn't a bad prediction. This time, it's not sarcastic. Brilliant. Here we go, round 2. Carlton choked a 41-point lead to Richmond. The choking Blues will be easily beaten by Hawks, 26 points. Not bad. Collingwood smashed Port last week, and they'll beat the Dogs, who struggled to beat North, Collingwood by 28 points. Not the margin, but again, we shall give it to ya. Adelaide's team, everyone is predicting to make the 8 for the first time since the Horror Show 2017 Grand Final. They'll beat Essendon in a tight match. Crows by 15 points. Fair enough. Wise Hinkley at Port this year, absolute joke. Last week they played like drunken sailors. Port will beat Richmond by 19 points. We'll take it. Geelong, the team who's always written off. They crushed Fremantle last week and they're playing St Kilda. Ha ha ha. Geelong by 50 points. £50 points. Geelong. Just the once, because I'm feeling nice. Because I've not noticed any grammar errors so far. I may have missed some, to be fair. Brisbane. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Brisbane, my Premiership tip, beat the choking Swans last week in the Grand Final rematch. Brisbane will smash West Coast, who played like they should be an actual waffle. Brisbane by 80 points. Not 80, but you take those. We played well against the Bulldogs. Melbourne played well against a team who wiped Collingwood out, aka the Giants. Risks are there to be taken? Aren't they? But not here. Melbourne will beat us by a fingernail. Melbourne by 2 points. For getting it wrong, and also not having faith in your own team, Dynamic Pool, you just made a list. I keep clicking it twice because the pen's already on. Fremantle, bloody Fremantle, more like Fraud Mantle, got whipped. They got whipped. Damn, that's harsh. Can't be whipping people in 2025. That was an embarrassing game to watch. Sydney with Dean Cox. Izzy Mason Cox's dad. Ha ha ha. In serious, Sydney. In all serious. You mean in all seriousness? You forgot the last 4 letters of the word, mate. Just made a list. So 5 times just for that error. In all seriousness, Sydney will beat Freo in a blowout. Justin Longmire is in a lot of trouble. Fraud Mantle love letting people down, so Swans will win. Swans by 14 points. By the way, this is the word you meant. Seriousness. I don't know what your English teacher was teaching you, but apparently I got to replace them. That wasn't as bad as the last few I read.
You just made the list! You just made the list! You just made the list! You just made the list!